Welcome to Healthcare Analytics. Today we will see the application of cell spacing and cell padding options in PROC report. This video is meant for those who are familiar with the basics of PROC report and want to explore more about the options in PROC report. Here I am using the SAS help.class dataset, which is there in the SAS help library, and you will be seeing how we can tweak the cell spacing and cell padding options to customize the report as per our requirements. So here we are writing style report equal to, so for the report we have a style for header and column. So we are having three styles here to customize our report. So those who, if you have not seen the video on roles equal to groups, please watch the video. The purpose of roles option. Here we'll explain the cell padding and cell spacing option. So let me run the report and show you. So we are having currently all the values are pretty much close together, and let's say I want to increase the spacing between the values, that is I want to increase the cell spacing. So I can make it, let's make it 8. So cell spacing affects the amount of space between each cell, and cell padding is within a cell. So here cell spacing affects the amount of space between each cell, and think of cell padding as being the white space around your value in a data cell. So it's within a cell, between the value and the white space is thus what we are tweaking by manipulating the value of cell padding. Cell spacing, we are trying to manipulate the spacing between cells. Cell padding, on the other hand, we are trying to increase or reduce the space, the white space around a value within a cell. So let's now have, in previous it was 2, now I increased to 8, and let's see how the report changes. Now you can see there is much more spacing between the values. So previously it was little more crammed, now it is little more expanded. So just what I will do, I'll just take a snapshot of this and keep it aside so that we can compare. And now let's close it and come back to the program, and now let me make it just 1. Now you can see the difference between the current output, which is this one, and the previous output. So you can thereby manipulate the output by using the cell padding option. So let's say you generated a report, and for example it's a race variable. For race you have white, African American, Hispanic, Asian, and so on. So let's say by one of the category like white and black, and the other one is Asian, so, and other undocumented cases are also there. So let's say one of them is going to the next page, but you want all of them, all the race categories within one page. You don't want it to split actually. You don't want the white, black in one page and Asian and undocumented in the next page. So you can change the cell padding, and so that you will get all of the categories of race within one page. So that's the advantage of cell padding. Now coming to cell spacing, if you didn't get it, if you didn't understand what exactly I am trying to convey, or what is the practical application of it, it will be clear actually when you start practicing it or running the programs. or trying to generate a result. For example, you are trying to work on a demographic table or a clinical table, so you will get an idea how cell padding option will help you to customize or make it improve the looks of the page. Now let's come to cell spacing. Cell spacing is the spacing between the cells. Now currently we are having 1. Let me just make it 0 and close this one and run the program. So this is the current output. So let me increase the cell spacing. Currently you don't see a gap between the name and age of students. There is no spacing between age of students and sex. No space between cell spacing between the cells are adjacent to each other, so much closely packed actually. Now let me take a screenshot of this so that we can compare with the next output and close this one. Let's increase the cell spacing to 10 and see how that will make a difference from the previous output. So now let's see how we can increase the spacing. Previously it was 0, now I made it 10. So let me just run with the 10, value 10. And now you can see that the spacing between the cells have increased. Now between weight and height you see a white space. So that gap has increased from before. Before it was pretty closely located. So let me just show you how it was before. So this was how it looked before with cell spacing equal to 0. You don't see white space between name and age of students, but you see that white space here now. Here. So that spacing can be increased using cell spacing option. And I will also explain the purpose of width option here. So you see a width equal to 100%. I have increased previously, it was 80. I increased the width to 100%. So let's say I want to, the width is 100% now. And let's take a snapshot of it and keep it for comparison. So let me just take a snapshot of it. And now change the width to 50%. So it will use less area of the page. Previously it was using much bigger area of the page. Now you can see the area of the page that's using is reduced. So let's compare it with the previous output. Previously it was a bigger page. You can see now it's a small page. So now it's using much lesser area of the page. Previously the margin was increasing. The cell width was high for each variable. The cell width was more. Age of students, you can see it's written in one line, but here age of students has been compressed to 2 lines. So that's how you can use the width option to increase or decrease the area of the page that will be utilized for generating the output. This is useful especially when you are having, let's say you have a lot of variables or very few variables. Let's say you just have 3 variables and you don't want to use it 100% of the page because it wouldn't look that good. There will be too much space between the columns. If, for example, if you are using just 3 columns, let me just run it and show you. And let me just reduce the number of columns. I'm going to remove the sex, height and weight, and I will run the report. So now I am using width equal to 50%. Instead, if I use width equal to 100%, I have increased the width to 100% now. Now you would see actually it wouldn't look that good because the columns are separated far apart. So in these scenarios, when you have fewer columns, use a lesser width, and when you have a lot of variables or columns, use a bigger width. I hope this video helped you to understand the width option and the cell spacing and cell padding options. If you like the video, please like it and subscribe it. Thank you.